Hello everybody and welcome to yet another Dota 2 unboxing video. The Diretide Collector's Cache has been officially released and there are 14 treasures and 14 sets, within the Collector's Cache. So as always, we're going to get the double down. As you can see, we bought 28, which, as you can see, it costs quite a bit of money. It's almost 70 bucks. Kind of annoying that it costs that much, but let's go ahead and get into the sets as soon as possible. The first set is for Hoodwink for the Shadowleaf Insurgent. I do remember upvoting this one, and like I said, Valve adds their own particle effects to every set, so this one worked out really good. The extra little particles definitely fit well. It looks like they didn't really figure out how to get the ears to not make it weird on the helmet, but oh well. Then we have the Scarlet Subsursion, which is the Rikamaru set that I upvoted because it was very, I like the art style. So very happy to see this one in. I am surprised that this Snapfire got in, but the reason why I'm a little bit happier that it did is that because they didn't actually have it to where it completely changed Snapfire herself, and more just changed the mount, which is good, because the model I think that was Snapfire herself just didn't really work out, and this is the Whippersnapper set. Thank God this Chen set got in, because this Chen set's actually really good. The Hounds of the Obsession, very nice set for Chen, because I don't think Chen's ever coming back in the meta, but this is a very beautiful, beautiful set for Chen. I can't be any more or less disappointed in how good it is. The Pirate Clockwork set called Sea Dog Stash actually ended up getting in. I might use the cogs, honestly. The cogs are pretty funny. Everything else about the set, though, didn't really grab my attention, as, you know, a little bit too childish, I guess, for my taste. Yes, one of the Star-Lord sets got in for Dawnbreaker, and this is like the blind Star-Lord one with the really nice wings. Very happy this one got in. Definitely fits our color scheme. The Spoils of Shadow Veil, very good Spectre set, and I imagine it works out even better with the Arcana. Following that is a Faceless Void set, which is the Chines of the Inquisitor, which is the Faceless Void set that does give him a little bit more of an actual face, as you can see here. And then the just all-out armor scheme for him works out really well, and the white. I like the white trim. This was that Ursa set that I said literally popped out at your face, and they made it pop out even more. The arms have extra bits of details with the helmet as well, and now the Aegis on the back also has an emanating glow to it with a little bit of a fire burst, as you can see. Crimson Dawn Phoenix. This is one of the sets I downvoted because this set already kind of existed, but the egg was something that was very unique. It is definitely different in comparison to the other sets, when it comes to the egg at least. This one just makes her more of a dragon kind of phoenix. And then we have the Forgotten Stanchion Terrorblade, which was one set I did upvote because it was really funny to see Captain Terrorblade, more or less, or Lord Terrorblade. And the demon form is just huge. It's like a lot more particles to it. I definitely downvoted this Undying set called the Dirge Amplifier because I just never liked the zombie helmet theme. But, I mean, the extra particles they gave it, the food out of the mouth does actually work. And the stomach does have a little bit more bleed to it. And you can see his normal form is on his shoulder as well. The Monkey King set, the Champion of the Fire Lotus. This one I did end up upvoting as well because it just had a very good color scheme in general. And then they added some more particle effects to it. An extra serpent on the back, a fiery helmet to boot, and not to mention the spear getting its extra particles. I do not think I upvoted this Witch Doctor set, but they did end up giving it some nice extra effects that make it a little bit more worth your while. The skull and helmet itself with the staff, as well as the staff having a very lit lantern in comparison to that static lantern we saw during the vote. And I believe the reason why I really wanted this one was because I really actually like the Witch Doctor ward, and it still looks very cute. Now, of course, one of the Marcy sets we're going to go in. It was very weird to see that this was the Marcy set that got in, called Blue Horizons, but it does still stick somewhat to the fact that Marcy has a normal set of hair. Everything else, I guess Marcy doesn't really have a color scheme yet. Kid Voker set, Angel of Vex. This one was 100% going to get in because you made a Kid Voker set. That's literally it. You made a set that was made for the child invoker. That will almost always get put in. And then following that is the Dark Behemoth set, a huge armor set for your Primal Beast. As you can see, he has particle effects on his back, as well as his hands now have a very eruption-looking effect to it. And following that, of course, is the Tiny set. This was the tiny set that I said was 100% getting in because, like every person who makes a tiny set, you have to make 4 tiny sets for it to work. And it just works all across the board. All of the set pieces for this tiny is amazing. So keep that in mind, that is one we are going to look out for. But let's go ahead and get into the unboxing itself. I don't know why I hit skip at the very beginning, but you do have to keep in mind there is also 14 total treasures that'll get you a total of 36 more battle pass points. After a certain period of time, we will hit skip though, just because again, there's 14 sets and there's quite a bit to go through. And then after this, we'll go into the second portion of the video where we're going to hit mostly skip based on like how many rares are still there at the end of the day. I am very happy that a lot of these sets did end up getting in, especially the Chen set. I feel like Chen hasn't had a decent set in a very long time, and this one definitely makes him look really nice, and it's very pristine and very clean. My credit card company just pinged me that I just spent $70 on Dota 2. That is correct. I did in fact spend 35.68 times 2 or something like that. Or 34.68, 34.98, 96. I don't know, some number. The objective is to is honestly to get the Marcy set and Kid Voker, and then maybe the maybe Tiny wouldn't be bad. But like, I use the Immortal Tiny still, and I still kind of like the Immortal Tiny, but you can transfer the Immortal Tiny effects over to the main Tiny. The Marcy set and Kid Voker set are ones that I want for the most part, because there's no, I didn't get the rare set in the box where you have to buy the keys. Alright, we're down to the last 5, actually. 6, never mind, the Witch Doctor's still there. I keep on thinking Witch Doctor's not there, because I left it on the ward. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left in the main set. We are actually, this is pretty sad to not get a rare from the very beginning. Yeah, look at that, they're already gone. 4 left in the primary first set of unboxings. Now, I don't think I'm gonna buy out to get the very rare, so we'll just leave it at that. Wow, I hate it when they do that. They leave the very rare right at the end. I think this is another one where you can convert your spare sets into battle pass points as well, because there's nothing up here saying you can convert it into candy. All right, we just have 2 more left in the base set. Dude, I hate it when they leave the very rare for the last one. All right, and this is the last box of the set. It is actually the Witch Doctor set, so we have to let this one spin. All right, we got the Marcy one. So we got the primary one that I wanted for the most part. And now we're at the second part of the unboxing video where we just kind of like skip through most of them. Hopefully you guys get the sets that you want. Like I said, I really only want the very rare and the rare. So it's not the end of the world if I don't get the Tiny. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the Tiny. In fact, I feel like the Tiny is probably the best looking one out of all of them. But at the same time, like, I'm not dying to get the Tiny set. Like, it's not gonna make me spend a bunch more money on the game. Especially since I already spend a crap ton of money on this game. I don't even play Dota anymore. I mean, I do play Dota. Not as much as I should or used to, but it's still a fun game to look at. All right, we got Kid Voker now as well. See, the thing is though, I think I might have Dark Artistry on my Kid Voker. I can't remember because I think Dark Artistry was part of the Kid Voker piece. When it was in the last Battle Pass. Alright, so now we're just gonna kind of skip through most of them. I'm also trying to play it close as I'm getting close to that point in time where the dogs are going to go crazy because somebody else came home. So I'm working on that, trying to get the video done. Hopefully you guys do get the sets that you want though. Like, me literally witnessing all the very rare sets disappear in front of my eyes. Not great. Not great. The RNG chances back then of getting like rare sets was much different than, oh look at that, I got a second Marcy. Was much different than what it was in the past. Okay. We are on the last 3 sets, so we're gonna let it spin naturally. Again, these are some really good looking sets still in the storage. Oh. See, the thing is though, I also already have a New Year Beast set. So I'm not really at ends or at odds with not getting either of the last 2 rares. Alright. And the last one to boot. Well, that sucks. I got 3 Marcy sets. 1 Kid Voker. Okay, very interesting unboxing rarities there. But, yeah, that's about it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this video because, I sure did like breaking my bank again and telling them that I just purchased a bunch of video game cosmetics. But there's your Marcy without the armor. There's your Marcy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time for some more Dota 2 unboxings. Party PD, signing off.